As it was in the introduction, I'm going to show you some cases and give you some ideas, some backgrounds, some insights. So I brought three cases, three absolutely different cases from Penny, which is and was a client for more than 12 years now. And the first thing I'm going to show you is our actual, big campaign. It's called the Price Packs. Maybe some of you have already seen it. So as you can see, it's super simple. The idea behind it was, okay, we know that inflation, that insecurity and crisis are really harming our core target group, our loyal customers who don't have too much money to spend on food. So Penny is a German retailer, as you might know, and it's a discount retailer, so it addresses people who really don't have too much money to spend. So to give them security about the price that Penny offers, we came up with the idea of simply printing it on the package. And where is it? As you can see, it's a huge change in the shelf. It's not only something you do once, it's something you have to really plan very, very tight, because so many departments in the stores are involved. So it's really a huge effort for the store, because you have to involve the buying department, the own label department, the marketing, the distribution, and everything, to really give the people a very long-lasting signal. So we are here for you. You have to plan these prices a year or half year before you put it in the shelf, so they can change. And you have to really have big confidence as the retail brand to do so. What I especially like is that they're not only looking good on the shelf, but also, is it better? Okay. But also looking good on the table, so customers become automatically kind of ambassadors for the brand, as you have it in your fridge, on your table for breakfast when friends come in, so you can see that doesn't only look good, it's just also, keeping a promise. I brought you the case film, but maybe we can skip that. I brought you some other material too.
Inflation.
Talking more about grocery inflation.
Some companies are rethinking what to charge, using electronic price tags to change prices
at the push of a button.
In such uncertain times, German discounter Penny demonstrates stability by turning their most popular Penny products into the first brand that is the price. Penny Price Packs. Price and product tied together permanently by design. The ultimate demonstration of price stability.
If you print it on the packaging, you can change it. That's our promise to our consumers.
So as you can see, this is the promise we gave to the customers, and we held it. And the kind of attitude behind it is that Penny really wants to be the closest retail brand to the people's heart, to the people's daily lives, and the people's struggles. And that's what the brand just established 10 years ago, and we did several campaigns to underline it. One of the most important campaigns was this one. We call it The Wish, and I want to give you an insight. So why was it so important, and why was this really the final proof that Penny is really on the side of the people? So as maybe some of you know that, I don't know, I'm going to show you the film later on. But it happened like in the high period of COVID, so close down of everything. And the purpose here was really close to our heart, so it was really driven by everybody in the team, also on company side. You have to know, I have 3 sons, and the eldest son was in the age of starting his private life, as you might know, from a teenage boy coming of age, and shortly before the first lockdown, I understood, there's someone, there's a girl. And then the first lockdown came and it was over. So really his private life was like busted. And we experienced so many stories like these in our personal context and also from the market. There are many young adults working at Penny. And there was another thing. Penny was one of the only institutions that was still open. So everything closed down, but not the markets. So people could meet there, and people could, just use this as an opportunity to meet other people just by buying. And then we came up with this wish because, for me as a parent, I understood, okay, you're going to lose a huge part of your private life within the next 2 years. And one is this personal part, one is the obvious part, and it's important this campaign was not only a film. Yes, the film is that what we got known for, but behind that film, and that was the first idea, is we give something back to the youth. Like all these events that people missed out, like concerts, prom nights, clubs, festivals, whatever. So we had thousands of tickets in the back, and we gave them to the young people who applied for it during the campaign. It was like Christmas campaign, so it was the wish and their wishes, their deepest wishes that we wanted to fulfill, and we did so. And we introduced this promotion or activation with this film. I'm going to show you the film now.
Kannst du auch nicht schlafen?
Nee.
Was wünschst du dir eigentlich zu Weihnachten?
Ich wünsche mir, dass du nicht immer zu Hause rumhängst. Dass du dich einfach rausschleichst.
Ja, ich bin gleich da.
Wir nicht wissen, wo du bist. Ich wünsche mir, dass Papa dich abholen muss. Weil du viel zu viel getrunken hast. Ich wünsche mir, dass du die Schule schleifen lässt. Weil dir alles andere wichtiger ist. Weil es dir scheißegal ist, was ich davon halte. Ich wünsche mir, dass du hier heimlich eine Party feierst. Und dass du diesem Mädchen endlich sagst, dass du sie liebst.
Ich mag dich.
Ich mag dich auch. Und dass sie dir das Herz bricht. Dass du dann losziehst. Ich mag dich auch.
Das ist okay.
Ich wünsche mir einfach, dass du deine Jugend zurückbekommst.
And it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive.
it's like an open highway. Like Frankie said, I did it my way. I just wanna live while I'm alive.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It still works. But you have to remember it was high time of COVID, so it was really like deep into the reality of the people. And what I forgot to, sorry for that, what I forgot to tell you, the Jimi Hendrix of speeches, what I forgot to tell you for the prize pack, so what's really important for me is that it's not just ad land and beautiful pictures and beautiful ideas, but it becomes reality and becomes part of people's life. And for the prize packs, for example, one of my sons came home and told me, yeah, we had that in economist lessons today. We're talking about the prize packs. So I knew it's there. So it's really in the people's daily life. And here, I mean, we got feedback from priests, if they could use it for their Christmas speeches. We got feedback from everywhere, also from the press, yes, in this case. But I also got this message, and it was from my son, and that was really from the heart. So he told me, that's your best Christmas film ever, and I said, yeah, I did that for you, and that's the truth. And sometimes this is, it's really the strongest proof for me if you really can touch people's hearts with your purpose, with your attitude as a brand, then something worked out. And I'm going to tell you my last story, and it's the most intimate one, so no, this is really, it's so amazing. It seems like the smallest ideas of them three, so it's not a 4-minute film, which is an interesting media question. It's not a huge action in the shelves, which costs a lot of effort. This was a mailing. It was part of a Christmas campaign. It was about reconciliation. So the inside was, on Christmas we want to meet our friends, maybe people we didn't meet over the years, and we want maybe also to reconciliate. And we sent out this, besides of the film and the posters and everything, we sent out this bottle. And this bottle had a very special, This bottle had a very special feature. You could only open it if you order it and someone else gets a code. And then you have to sit together, open the bottle, because the other one has the code, I have the bottle, so we have to talk, sit down and have a wine. It was not a huge number, a few thousand again. And we didn't know if it really would work out. But a few days after we started the activity, my client, so the CEO of Penny, called me and said, Christoph, I got a message via email. And only for this one message, it was worth everything we did. And here's the message. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this campaign. I received one of the reconciliation wines and sent it to my wife in order to reconcile. A full success after long, hard times. Thank you very much and Merry Christmas. Well, we'll surely have them. I never thought I would write something like that, thanks to Penny. And he said, yeah, Christoph, for this guy, it was worth it. Sitting again together with his wife and having this wine. But that's not the story. The story starts now. And it's really, for me, like goosebumps every time I tell it. Because I then Googled the name, so the full name was there, but in terms of data safety, I can't show you the full name. So I Googled the full name. And it really, then the picture of this guy popped up in the search result. And it was my babysitter who brought me to bed 40 years ago, like times to times. This guy was really the one I saved his marriage for Christmas, and I didn't know it. So, yeah, that was really one of these beautiful moments where you understand, okay, if you not only use this part of purpose as, yeah, we have to do something, but really go into it with empathy, with effort and confidence, you can really change lives, as we did. And so that's it. Thank you for listening.
Stay sitting. I'm coming back, and I'm just going to get a chair. Thank you for the clicker. I have a few questions for Christoph, because I think we've fallen in love with your work, first of all. Absolutely incredible. Lots of reactions from the audience there, Christoph, of course. I'm going to sit down. Thank you, Jolene, for setting up stage. So you showcased there three very different campaigns for the same brand, each with, as you've seen, a distinct tone and a different angle every time. How do you go about ensuring, in this case, brand consistency when the tone and the storytelling is really very, different every time?
Yeah, that's a very important question, and it drives us every day. So besides of these campaigns, you have this normal media play out things, everything, price, whatever we do for Penny. But if you come to the core of the brand, then the attitude is the most important thing, and you shouldn't leave that. As long as you keep the core, which in Penny's case is closeness, then you should take different angles and perspectives, as different as the situations, the target groups, the challenges are. As long as you stick to the core, it's very important to do so as a brand, I think, and it's working.
And that's how you go about putting things out, of course. The campaigns are obviously very bold. They take a clear standpoint each time from what we've seen. That's why it moves us, it touches us. A little tear coming there as well with the Wish campaign, which is absolutely beautiful. But those kind of bold adverts, in a way, are sometimes subject to criticism. So how do you go about navigating with that? Do you prepare the brand for that? How does that work?
Yeah, we try to prepare it. Sometimes you can't, because it comes out of an angle you don't know. So with these three campaigns, we didn't have a lot of backlashes. There was only, again, a personal moment in the third one, the reconciliation campaign. We not only had the wine, we also had posters which called people to reconcile. And one of these was like a quote. It was like an Arab, a Jew, and a Christian sitting together in a bar. Full stop. Time to reconcile. And this was reposted by a neo-Nazi alt-right magazine addressing me directly. Thank you, Christoph Everke, for this message. I can't tell the word now. On stage, what they wrote to me.
Stay polite.
Yeah, I should stay polite. They didn't. So this is something you have to stand and you have to be aware of. But I think it's worth it. So if you don't make an impact, and whenever you do one, someone will just maybe not like it.
It's one thing for you to be convinced that it's worth it, but you have to convince others that it's worth it. How do you go about that?
Yeah. That's. I ask myself this question a lot of times. So maybe it's something I can't explain. Maybe it's something I inherited from my dad. People say so. He could do that as well. But no, seriously, it's about trust. It's about a relationship you build over the years. The Wish was not our first campaign. It was like 5, 6, 7, 8 years after we started. And it's about reliability. So if you say, this is the idea I'm standing for and I believe in it, then you should really truly believe in it and stand for it and go through everything together with your client.
Okay, very clear. When we talk about, obviously, purpose and the message behind that, and the message matters, we understand that's important. But when you sort of broadcast it on different medias, different broadcasters, does where the campaign appears obviously affect as well the credibility of what you're showing?
Sorry.
Does the where you broadcast affect the credibility of what you're broadcasting?
Yeah. So that's why we also we have to think the media channels and the broadcasting within the first campaign thoughts. For example, for the Wish, it was clear a social video and different other video formats. See how they work out, when do we play out what, and where do you push your media into. And with the price packs, it's obviously the point of sale as a media channel, which we understand like that. And for the last example, it was in this part, so the direct as a channel, and you have to rethink it. So what could be the best way in this channel to adapt the campaign and the basic thought.
If we talk about the Price Packs campaign just quickly, it goes beyond marketing and involves product and logistics and even governance in a way there. How do you get, how do you manage convincing clients to commit the necessary teams, the resources to make this kind of project happen? It involves a lot of people, different people from usual.
Oh yeah, and this was really interesting because the client briefed us on, okay, we have to make a campaign to show the people we are really stable and our prices are there for them, so we're really there for the people, and we have to talk about our prices in total. And of course, we thought also on other ideas like TV campaigns and posters and whatever. And then we came up with, what would be the final proof? And this is something, if you show that to your client, as we did, then they immediately understood the power of this idea. And if you once understand the power of an idea by heart, then they started to convince the other departments. So we have this idea, can we make it happen? How can we make it happen? We can't do it with this product, but maybe with that. So it really started a conversation within the company, and that was so beautiful to see that if you have someone, an ambassador within the team, then it works.
Okay, so it's about embarking people and they're convinced, so they will go and evangelize in a way.
Exactly.
and get everybody involved. Okay, more broadly now, are more clients today ready to make purpose part of their brand, not just for PR, but for real?
Sorry?
Are more clients today ready to make purpose part of their brand?
That's a difficult question and a difficult answer, or maybe not so easy, because we heard it today. So the political climate is changing, and it's not so easy to stand for a purpose, for an attitude as a brand, especially maybe not so much for a creative, but very much for a CMO or a CEO, because you have these political circumstances which just give you maybe more barriers at the moment. But I think if you really have something which is generally fitting to what people experience in the brand and what you really can stand for, not only personally but in your daily work, as how you prove it in whatever you do, then this is the first step, and I'm carefully optimistic that people still will stick to that. But it's not easy at this times.
Oh, it's not easy, and there's a lot of people to convince and all the rest of it. So the journey is long getting there.
And in the moment, it's longer than a few years ago,
Yeah. Last quick question for you, Christoph. Would you say that there may be a risk of getting purpose fatigue? If a company decides to go in the purpose direction, can we get sort of tired of going with the purpose idea?
Yes, we could, if it's not seriously meant by the heart of the brand, because then you immediately will understand, okay, this is something which is made up. It's just pushed for the purpose of purpose. But I think as long as you really stick, as I said, to stick to the core of the brand, and people can see it's not a one shot, it's something you do over time, I think you shouldn't get tired, but reassured. This is really what they mean, and I can experience in every single idea or action or promotion.
Okay, we're running out of time. Christoph, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for sharing these really powerful, purposeful campaigns and showing us the way forward with purpose in advertising. Thank you so much. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Christoph Everke, you can head back down.